Tell me it's not true.
Long before writing began on Undiminished Glamour, I realized I needed a strong base in British musical theatre history and British history in general before proceeding. My love and knowledge of music, along with my academic background in history, just wouldn't cut it when talking to musical theatre performers, as I had planned on doing. I started by reading Andrew Lloyd Webber's memoirs, which gave me a good understanding of musical theatre history during the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I read Patti LuPone and Barbara Dixon's memoirs to give me a feel for the theatre life that Stephanie must have led. I further read Willie Russell's Blood Brothers, knowing that the show that evolved from this book had a major influence on Stephanie's life during the 90s. To get a greater appreciation of British modern history, I read books on the early years following the Second World War. I also read books about general British history during the second half of the 20th century and on the transformation of British life that occurred during this time. I then delved into more specific books about Thatcherism in the 90s with Tony Blair's memoirs. Just for fun, I read a book about musical theatre flops with a section on Marilyn, with the writer suggesting that Stephanie deserved a better fate from the show. While reading these books, I subscribed to the British newspaper Archives. This turned out to be a tremendous source not only of regional views of Stephanie's performances, but also about historical events from a British perspective. With all this knowledge and background, I began contacting performers and producers who had worked with Stephanie, conducting Zoom and phone interviews, and in some cases receiving written submissions. All those I contacted were cooperative and very generous with their time, and I got a strong sense of the love they had for Stephanie. After the book and archival research and the live interviews, I was now ready to start drafting, interspersing Stephanie's story with historical events that occurred during her lifetime. After several reviews and rewrites, I was satisfied that I had captured Stephanie's story with the information that was available to me. As to how I did, I leave it to the reader to judge.